Mr. Hall wants you to do a recording about the launch of the new Hello Africa magazine.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna get to that right away. I'm gonna grab my coffee, a couple of donuts, and then I'm headed right downstairs to get it done. Here at ATR Magazine, we've been putting out publications such as Hello Atlanta, Port City Review, Hello Savannah, and now I can proudly say Hello Africa. Ever since the first day I got here, I've been pushing to do an African publication, and guess what? We finally got it. So now, let me tell you the reasons why I've been pushing for this for as long as I've been here.
Oyibo?
Just edit that out. Let's keep the recording going. As I was saying, I've always
Oyibo?
considered myself to be the bridge between Africans and
Oyibo?
African Americans.
Oyibo man.
I single-handedly.
Akata.
Hey, turn the camera off for a minute. What did you call me?
I said good evening, sir. Ọ̀gá, ẹ káalẹ́ o, adé orí mi.
You're calling me the crown on top of your head?
How do you know what I say? You using juju. Hey,
What be juju be that?
what be juju be that? You say it like Oyibo. Say it like this. What be juju be that?
Look, I need to get this done. You have an article in the magazine. Please, can I get this finished? Yes, so. No, oh. Yes, so. Which one is it gonna be?
Yes.
Bari in Karasa.
Hey, 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 hey. Wahala be like basiku. Say it like this. Bari in Karasa. Go finish him.
Unstringing the Puppet Master. That is just one of the articles that we are going to do. Not to mention, we're going to go over several continents, especially as we go.
Falling down, falling down. Ninja Naira falling down, falling down, falling down. Ninja Naira falling down, falling down, falling down.
You just can't do it. You just can't behave yourself.
No, I will always look for your trouble.
Why? And what is your motive behind calling me that anyway?
You have no culture. You chop with fork, you chop with spoon. So that's why I will always call you Oyibo.
What have I done to you? Let me say it so you can understand. What have I done to you? Why do you treat me like Mumu?
You say you are African, American. Am I right?
Damn right I do.
Where is African American? Where is it located?
That's a good question.
Oyibo, where you dey go?
I'm going to Africa, America, wherever that's located, to get away from you.
Oyibo, come back. We go do 6-9. Oyibo!
With all the Oyibo insults that I just went through downstairs, you can tell Mr. Hall I don't get paid enough for this.
You don't get paid at all. He's in his office. You can tell him.
Mr. Hall, we got to talk. My job description is to create articles, but you also have me in here doing interviews, cleaning toilets, and parking cars. So I'm coming to you about my contract.
You mean this contract right here?
You know what? Your complexion is very beautiful. And that white you got on matches perfectly with your skin tone. Check you out. Standing there shining like a diamond placed on top of a black silk cloth.
Boy, what do you want? The only time you give me compliments like this is when you want something. What do you need?
Now, why would you think that? But only because you brought it up. That reminds me, I do need a favor. I'm gonna have to head to the airport to pick up Yo Joe. His flight information was changed, but I'm gonna need you to cover for me on that interview that I was supposed to do with OLUSEGUN. Can you do that for me?
I can do that. That's not a problem.
Oh, one more thing. When you greet him, you say Aburu, Aboye, Aboysheshe. That's the proper way to greet a Babalawo.
I can't pronounce that. I can barely pronounce his name. I'll do it, but it's gonna cost you.
Okay, I got you. Anything you need, all you gotta do is ask.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that.
I don't understand. How many times are they gonna fix this same road? I don't get it. They keep fixing roads that don't need to be fixed. But the potholes in the hood, they about the size of swimming pools. And they won't even fix that. They won't even go there. My homework too, punk. Stop peeping at me.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the ATL Media Talk Show. I am your host, Epiphany Williams. Tonight's guest is Baba Olu, and he will be talking about his books, Aboru, Oboye, Oboyesheshe.
Obuato Asure Iworiwofun. Thank you so much, Epiphany, for this interview. I really appreciate you. Thank you. I really appreciate every single member and team of Hello Africa Magazine for having me. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Mudupeo.
Can you please enlighten us on why we must greet a Babalawo with Aboru, Oboye, Oboyesheshe?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for asking that very powerful question. A lot of people used to make use of Aboru, Aboye, Aboyesheshe, but they do not know the meaning behind these particular words. Benny. So when you ask these questions, it reminds me of the exact Oduifa that speaks about it. So when you ask that, I should enlighten you, the reason why people must greet Babalawo with Aboru, Aboye, Aboyesheshe. Okay, just like everything, I would like to answer my question using making reference to Ifa. And Ifa Wunda Meji, Ifa let us to understand the importance of Aboru, Aboye, Aboyesheshe. Okay, you see, this three words. They are actually name of human being. They are names of three powerful women. Okay, how they came into existence is that these are women who helped Orunmila at some point. They helped him as told in Odifa Wundameji. They helped him out with a lot of things when Orunmila was in total chaos. He was totally destabilized. He was trying to seek for help. So they were the one that was there, they were there for Orunmila. Aboru Aboye Aboshishe was there to help him out of the situation. So it was now Orunmila that mandated to every single human being who wants to go to the house of any Babalawo at all, anyone, no matter who you are, even if you're a president of a country, no matter your status, that before you enter and greet the Babalawo himself, you must first greet these three important women. It's a form of veneration. It's also a form of acknowledgement. You must first say Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe. You understand? So it is now left for the Babalawo to reply that Obuato. That is the reply. So Aboru Aboye is more like a veneration, more like a reference, more like a way of honoring this sacred woman as mandated by Orunmila because of what they did to Orunmila. They helped Orunmila for so many things in Ogundameji, according to what Ifa let us to understand. So it is actually very important to greet Babalawo with Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe. And we are going to reply you as Ogbuato Asure Iworewofu. What is the meaning of Aboru? What is the meaning of Aboye? What is the meaning of Aboshishe? Aboru simply means may you venerate to prosper. Aboye, may you venerate to live or to survive or to be saved. Aboshishe, may all you do be accepted. Aboshishe, may all you do be accepted. So it's a form of prayer. It's a form of mantra. So when you do that, these are the things that you should be expecting. So it's a form of praying for yourself and praying for the Babalawo himself. No matter the situation, even the Yanifa, so it's not just, we don't just say it to Babalawo alone, but for all Ifa adherents entirely. It doesn't have to be us alone. Every single Ifa adherent have the right to make use of Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe. And the right response is Ogbuato. Ogbuato simply means may you live long in sound health. So Aboru Aboye is a call to actions. Symbolically, it's a call to actions, trying to remind us of the need to respect women, number one, of the need to appreciate them, of the need to always make sure that we are in alignment with our Ori and with the will of Olodumare, which is Ifa. So all these things are so powerful. Thank you so much for asking.
So, Baba, let's start off with your book about marriage. I can't pronounce the word, but can you give us some details about this particular book?
Thank you. Thank you so much for the question. Igbeyawo. Okay, that's true. I wrote a book on Igbeyawo. It's one of my books. I really appreciate the question once again. It is pronounced Igbeyawo. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm very sure you're going to get it as time goes on. Yeah. So the reason why I write Igbeyawo is that when I look into the world, I see a lot of marriages failing, a lot of unions being in conflict and disorder. Then I'm like, what can I do to help this situation? I went to go and consult Ifa as a Babalawo. Ifa advised me, admonished me to push out something write book on this thing, well, humanity will be helped. They'll be guided to find this message. So because a lot of things that is happening maritally in the world today, many of it are not new. And there is a way at which our ancestors used to handle it. So many ways, so many system of union and marriage. So if I advise that I write book on it, then I'm like, okay, what can I do? I have to do what if I told me to do. This is the reason why I write a book on marriage. Ìgbéyàwó, a guide to Yoruba traditional marriage. So I was able to explain how our ancestors make use of union back then. What kind of union that they do, how they approach a lot of issues, how they handle different things, their concept of dating. What do they know about dating? Do they actually date? What is divorce? How do they handle situations when stuff happens? What kind of family settings is expected to be formed in a marriage? Then I also bring it down to the new age, to the new age type of marriage. So there is a collection of the ancestral way of marriage in the book. At the same time, the contemporary system of marriage that we have today in different parts of the world. So everything is well stated in Ìgbéyàwó, my book about marriage. So is a guide for interested couples or singles, bachelors or sprinters who would love to understand the ancestral way of marriage, what their ancestors understand marriage to be, the purpose of marriage for you. And so it's a help for them. It's a very simple guide that is there to help them on how to navigate life, especially marital life. Thank you so much for the question. I appreciate it.
I noticed you had a book that you wrote about naming ceremonies. That is so fascinating. Can you please give us more details about that?
Yes, that's true. I wrote a book on Isomoloruko, the Yoruba, a guide to Yoruba naming ceremony. That is actually very true. The same thing happens with the book Isomoloruko. It was also a help for humanity. Because we see, when I look around my environment, I realize that a lot of young child are living the life they are living now because so many things have not been done on their behalf. In Yoruba land, even before a child is born, there's so many things that should have been done to the pregnant woman, even to the husband. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that we have forgotten. It's like we've forgotten how we used to be. That's why so many things that is happening today is not, should not be taken with levity. There's always things to be done to address situations. When a child is born, we have something called akosejaye for a child to know the kind of thing that the child can be doing. What kind of food is best for this child? What are his taboos or taboos? What are the things, the kind of clothes, colors he or she should be wearing on? The kind of places he should be going or should not be going? Just to guide the child so that the child will know the right path to take on planet Earth. But I see around me nowadays where a lot of child, even a lot of parents actually know these things. So it's something called a guide to Yoruba naming ceremony. Is to help new couples who wants to have babies as a guide to know what they need to do before they have a child, how to, the details about what is known to be a child. What is placenta? Placenta has a lot of meanings in Yoruba culture. So these are the things that, we teach. It's an ancestral knowledge that I put in these books, that I know that humanity is going to love it by the time they examine it and they follow it through. Everything that they need for a new baby even the parents, everything is in there. It's a very good guide for everyone. For everyone, it introduces the ancestral way of taking care of marriage and of pregnancy from the first week to the last week, and even after birth, things to do. And even when you want to do naming ceremonies, there are things to buy, to take, so that you can use it to communicate to the destiny of the child. There's so many things. All these rights are practically put in this book for people, to the extent that, in fact, if you don't have any means of contacting anybody around you, you can actually do it on your own. So it's the personal guide. And if you need a babalawo to help you come to a naming ceremony for the newborn baby, I'm here. Or you look for babalawo around you, it's going to be of help. All these things are there to be a guide for anybody who is very much interested in how to live a life of peace for their children. Thank you so much for asking this question, so I appreciate it.
Our next question is, what would be the best way to introduce the culture to our children?
Okay, what would be the best way to introduce Ifa to children? Okay, I've been to seminars and I've been to different workshops, and I always let a lot of people understand that, you see, to introduce Ifa to the new world, or even to our children, we must be able to put them in games. A lot of these things can be put in games for the child, for the children. They need it. They need it. Games have to come along for them, number one. Then we must also be able to put them in cartoons. Children love cartoons. Instead of watching Disney and white, Caucasian deities alone, why not we create our own forms of Disney? And if we cannot do that, we can actually partner with Disney, put our script out there, and they should portray the Orishas in a form of cartoon forms for our children. All these things will help enhance Ifa development, and so it introduce Ifa to our children at a very younger age. They are going to appreciate it. And also, we should also put a lot of this Orisha in a doll form for our children. Instead of making use of just white dolls everywhere, they can be in forms of Sango, Oshun, Yemaja dolls. All these things can be in dolls. It's the way of introducing Orisha to our children. All these things help them. Games. They love games. They love games. There are varieties of ways to introduce Ifa in games. The Odifa, the system Odifa can be in game forms. It's going to help the child to remember a Jube to of Meiji, the 16. They can be able to okay, so all these things can be incorporated. So the game, the cartoon, the dolls, it's very much important, basically. And we should not forget that as parents, we have to be teaching them this Ifa also. Even if it's just a joke that teach them how to recognize the sign of a joke at home. Be their teacher. You are their first teacher, definitely. So you have to be able, at least, let them know one or two things about it. It's very much important. So basically, introducing a Ifa culture to children start with these things I just mentioned. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Last thing before we go, how can we purchase your books, and which book would you suggest for a new person in the culture to start off with?
Thank you. All my books can be purchased on Amazon.com and different online book outlet. I said books, definitely. Amazon.com, when you get there, on the search bar, just type OLUSEGUN DARAMOLA on there. You're going to see series of my book, and also you can purchase them on my bio on my social media. I have the links can be provided. Once you click the link, you're going to see my biography and the list of the books I've written. Thank you so much. All my books are there, and I actually used to recommend Ifa, the Enlightenment Volume 1. It's my first book ever. That book introduced Ifa to the world in a new form. You have never read anything like that before, trust me. So go and get Ifa, the Enlightenment Volume 1. It's very important because all my books, they are like a step, they're like a ladder. You just have to climb and climb and climb. You cannot jump it. It's not advisable for you to jump it. When you finish Volume 1, then you buy Volume 2. When you're done with Volume 2, then you can pick up how to do Ibori and other books like Oshun books, OBATALA book, Egungun book, and all this Misomoloruko, etc. They have written. Make sure that you get Volume 1, 2, and proceed like that. It's very important because all my books, they're like a spiritual ladder that you just have to climb. They are a step higher. They are a step higher. When you read, you keep on climbing spiritually. You keep on climbing. It's very powerful. So that's what I'm going to recommend. Thank you so much.
I enjoyed doing this interview with you. I'm new to Ifa, and my head Orisha is OBATALA.
Oh yeah, I already know because I can see your address in its colors. Very powerful white there. Thank you so much. OBATALA, OBATASA, OBATAKUNTAKUN LODERONJE. We bless you. We create new paths of success for you. We make sure that your life experience purity for life. I welcome you to Ifa, and I wish you all the best and all the strength needed to carry on. Thank you so much.
You're right. Well, have a safe flight back to Nigeria, and I hope to see you again soon.
Definitely, you're going to see me again in the US. I'll surely come back very soon, Lashid Mare. And my social media handles are OLUSEGUN Books and OLUSEGUN DARAMOLA on Facebook, but on Twitter, OLUSEGUN Books, on Instagram, OLUSEGUN Books, and even on TikTok, OLUSEGUN Book anyway. So thank you for following. I really appreciate. I'm going to follow back anywhere you follow me. I'll surely follow back. And you can reach me also on OLUSEGUNBooks@gmail.com or JOD.Daramola@gmail.com and or Ifa Therapy, official Ifa Therapy@gmail.com. These are my emails that you can easily reach me on. And if you are also on WhatsApp, you can reach me on +234 8136 43 8539. I'll say that again. +234 8136 43 8539. That's my number. You can just reach me on WhatsApp. We can have a discussion. Then we can pick it up from there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anything regarding Ifa initiations, Orisha initiations, you want a personal meeting with me, you want Ifa readings with me, you want to study Ifa with me, because I have in my temple with people also about Ifa Therapy Temple, and you want a book reading section. Maybe you have read one of my book and you need some personal explanations on what you have read. Maybe you don't understand, then you can come and book a section that will pick it up from there. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Epiphany. I really appreciate it. Odabo.
Thank you, Baba.
I'm Julius Hall, President and CEO of ATR and Our Black Media. I'm very happy to inform all of our viewers and members that my self-published books are now available. Crossing the Line is my autobiography, and The Journey is my life work of poetry. Both are available now by contacting us at ATR or Our Black Media at the information you see on the screen. We also have some amazing new content coming up in 2024. We have several new animated series and a few new live shows to share with you. But while you're waiting on that, make sure you check out our magazines on our website and subscribe to help us in bringing all this amazing content and information to our community and to the world. By the summer of this year, we hope to have our new digital radio station up and running. So stay tuned and follow us as we soar to new heights in this information technology arena. Remember, subscribe to our website for a very special price to receive our materials. And then order my books. Money back guaranteed if you don't like it. Thank you, and I hope to greet you soon.
The book titled How to Do Ibo Ori is a great book where you can learn the most simplest way to reconnect with your spiritual essence in both traditional and esoteric way. How to do Ibo Ori simply means how to venerate your spiritual essence. The book, How to Do Ibo Ori, details step-by-step guide on how to feed and venerate one's Ori, known as Ibori or Ibo Ori, on your own and by yourself. You are your own priest and priestesses. You will learn the meaning behind different material we use to venerate our individual Ori and what each stand for. You will learn how to pay homages accordingly and how to chant Ifa on your Ori. How to Do Ibo Ori is a must read for every serious seekers of Ifa and Orisha spirituality. The Spanish edition is also included for Spanish-speaking people around the world. We are working on other languages. Thank you.
Julius Hall and his magazine staff has been deceiving the black community with fake news about me. I'm gonna personally come to Savannah. I'm gonna build the wall around ATR Media Group, and Julius Hall is gonna pay for it. No matter how much fake news he spreads about me in his magazine, I will still be the president in the next election. Thank you, everyone. One more thing. Once I'm reelected, Charlie Brown will have his mouth duct taped. And for Bernard, America Brown, from now on, I'll be having the FBI watching him in the strip clubs. And then we will tax those dollars that he's been making it rain with. And as for Dr. Jamal, he's about to be ancient history. Now, folks, this is a guy who calls himself Mr. Black History. Gullah Geechee, my ass. And that damn NASA girl. I'm about to take her to the moon and leave her there. And I also have something for that Robert Bryant guy. I will have him frying fish at Shabazz restaurant. And the last two on my list, Uncle Sean and Aunt Tiffany, they will be servants in the White House kitchen. And when it's all said and done, I'm gonna crush the rabbit.
Donald Trump, I'm here. Say what the hell you want to say now to me face to face. I'm here.
My book is titled The Orishas Within You. And within this book, I'll be going over 14 of the most popular Orishas. I'll be going over their energy and how their energy relates to you. You'll also notice that there's poetry and there's some beautiful, colorful pictures, which means they're not only for adults, but this book is also child-friendly. And just to give a brief overview of the Orishas that you will come across in this book, you'll see Shango, Oya, Ogun, Oshun, Yemoja, Eshu, Ochosi, Olokun, Ajay, Obanani, Aja, Osain, Obatala, and Orumula. This book is available on Amazon, Kindle, and Audible. The Orishas Within You. Order your copy today, not tomorrow. The Obatala within you is not an easy activation. To receive your Obatala consciousness will require a lot of discipline. Discipline means you're a disciple of your mind. We are trained and conditioned to be disciples of our surroundings and our egos. We often fall victim to our guilty pleasures and instant gratifications. It's not entirely our fault because we're not aware that we're being programmed to do the things that we do. Satisfying our ego is way easier now than it has ever been before. Cell phones, computers, and televisions are constantly competing to take your attention away from your Obatala consciousness. No matter which device you're activating, you're guaranteed to see an advertisement of low vibrational foods. Those foods are designed to calcify your pineal gland, which acts as a shield, keeping you away from your Obatala consciousness. Notice how those foods are easier to get a hold of. It doesn't require purchasing the ingredients, preparing it, or cooking it. All that's already been done for you. Some countries have what's called fast food, where you can drive to a speaker, tell them what you want, drive to the window, pay your money, then receive your food, and go. That's called instant gratification. It works the same way if you purchase processed foods. Those foods cook instantly. The most work you'll do is boiling water or setting a timer on your microwave. The foods that are required to obtain our Obatala consciousness requires growing, preparing, and cooking. That's the discipline that's needed. Our devices also gives us instant gratifications to our guilty pleasures, but let's save that for another time. The goal is to keep this book child-friendly. Our devices also keeps track of our likes and dislikes, spending habits, and activities through the algorithms. Notice how when you buy electronic devices like smart TVs and cell phones, they now require access to your cameras and microphones. Apps that are downloaded require the same thing. They keep track of your activities to know exactly what to sell you to keep you away from your Obatala consciousness. Let's test your Obatala consciousness. Try going 24 hours without using any of your devices. If your devices are linked to your work, business, or anything that's emergency related, then only use them for that purpose. No guilty pleasures with your partner, yourself, or anything visual. And lastly, only eat foods that you have to cook and prepare yourself. No fast food, processed foods, or anything instant. Eat your food with no seasoning, no sugars, or added flavors. This activity will really test you. You will see how much of a disciple you are to your Ori and how much of a disciple you are to your ego. The Obatala within you is the ability to have control over the things that are around you. Not saying to get rid of these things completely, but for you to have control over your mind and not them having control over your mind. When your Obatala energy is activated, you'll have the ability to not be controlled by your ego. Your ego keeps you in a comfortable state that prevents you from moving forward. Once you become dependent, you become a slave to your ego. Your ego will come with many demons that are hard to overcome. Let's start off with food. The next time you eat rice or potatoes, can you do it without adding butter, salt,
or any seasonings and flavorings? Can you drink coffee without adding sugar, creamers, or milk? Can you drink tea without adding any sugar, honey, or lemon? I know what you're thinking. Honey and lemon are healthy for the tea, but the point of this exercise is to see if you can handle the tea plain without any flavorings. The next time you eat vegetables, can you do it without steaming, boiling, baking, or broiling? No heat to your vegetables at all, just plain uncooked. Also, no seasonings or dipping sauces of any kind. I get it. I know some vegetables may be hard to chew, and everyone doesn't have strong enough teeth to eat certain vegetables raw. So, if you decide to make a smoothie out of your vegetables, do it without adding anything except water. That means no fruits, no vitamin powders, or any sweeteners. For meats, no frying, just baking. No flour, cornmeal, seasonings, dipping sauces, or herbs, just a plain taste. For drinking, no sodas or juices, just plain water. Next, let's battle the demons within your devices. The next time your favorite football, basketball, or any sports team that is your favorite are playing, but if you're not into sports, then whatever program that is your favorite, when it's playing, do not turn the TV on. Do not go to the internet or call your friend to keep track of the scores or whatever's going on your favorite episode. 24 hours without any scrolling, posting, or social media use at all, unless it involves your business. For your phone, avoid social conversations and texting. Only use for emergencies or business. If someone calls or texts with anything that is social, let them know that you can't talk right now. Last thing is to avoid guilty pleasures. Again, I'm trying to keep this book kid friendly, so I won't go into the details, but since you're a smart person, you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter if you're married, the same rules still apply. It doesn't matter if it's just you. Put some gloves on if you have to. No internet searching or viewing of any guilty pleasure magazines. Let that energy build up within you without any release. This exercise is only for 24 hours, but if you can go longer, by all means, feel free to do it. Each one of those pleasures are demons. They're actually your demons that are serving your ego/lower self. Anytime you feel as if you can't go without doing any of these things, then that means the demon is in control of you. If you're a disciple of your demons, then you're not one with your OBATALA energy. I understand that some demons are stronger and may require some outside help. Those demons may be cigarettes, alcohol, or recreational drugs, but those demons are not included in this exercise. The ones that are included in this exercise are ones that you can conquer from your own willpower. OBATALA is the father of the white cloth. As you can see in the picture above, OBATALA is wearing all white. So for 24 hours, put on your white clothes. That goes for your underwear, socks, and head wraps if you're wearing. If it's possible, change your bed sheets, comforter, and pillowcases to white also, but that's optional. Every color has its meaning, but we're only going to talk about black, white, red, and yellow. Black absorbs energy, and white releases energy. All energy that black absorbs is not bad energy, but bad energy also does come with it. The color black is often referred to as negative compared to the color white. That's not the case at all. That's just a concept that colonizers simply gave birth to. Every color has its benefits. The color black is often used in a negative title, for example, blackmail, blackballed, or blacklist. Here's another saying you may have also heard: a big black lie compared to a little white lie. The little white lie is not quite innocent, but light as a feather. The big black lie is just plain ugly. Then there's black magic. Black magic compared to white magic. Black magic means negative, evil, or demonic, just plain bad. White magic is considered pure, soothing, and healing, just plain good. Those are false comparisons created by colonizers. Let's get into some positive attributes about the color black. On a hot day, the color black absorbs the energy from the sun, which can result in weight loss if you need it. The color black can make you look slimmer than what you really are. Or, if you're a sports fan, let's use American football as an example. Let's say your favorite football team wears all black uniforms for the first time ever. You automatically think that this team is about to do some damage. Even if they lose the game, they look like they were ready for battle before the game even started. Let's get into red and yellow. Red and yellow has its benefits also, but red and yellow are also used as tools to keep you away from your OBATALA energy. Let's use food as an example. Red and yellow are the colors that activate the hunger receptors in your brain. Many fast food companies know this and use it to their advantage. The next time you're out and about or driving past fast food restaurants, pay attention to the colors on their logo. What do McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Checkers or Rally's, Denny's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, KFC, Popeye's Chicken, Church's Chicken all have in common? Not only are they fast food giants, but all of them have the color red, yellow, or both. You may see colors that are in between red and yellow, like maybe orange or brown also. Let's compare White Castles to those other burger giants that are mentioned above. White Castles are just as good as the others, but you won't find them in every city. Why is that? When they started off, they were all over the place, but slowly they reduced. Could it be that the white and the blue colors are dull compared to the bright red and yellow colored restaurants? Domino's Pizza has a little red in it, but the logo is dominated by blue. Domino's is a pizza giant, but compared to Papa John's and Pizza Hut, they don't hold water. But either way, the food at these restaurants are designed to calcify your pineal glands, separating you from your OBATALA consciousness. Now let's talk about the color white. As mentioned earlier, white releases energy. Let's say you cut your arm and you're bleeding. To prevent the cut from getting infected, you grab some peroxide to pour over it. The peroxide is as clear as water, but as it touches the cut, it turns white. The white foam pulls the blood and bacteria to the surface as it cleans it out. Then, it's just as simple as wiping it away and placing a Band-Aid over it. Another example of white release energy is when a man is engaging in guilty pleasures. Not to go into details, but what color is the energy release? Understand the importance of conquering your demons that serves your ego, and how colors can be used as weapons by your demons to keep you as a disciple is important to know when activating your OBATALA consciousness. Your OBATALA consciousness doesn't mean you have to give up what you like. It means for you to be in control over what you like and not what you like to be in control over you.
Welcome to our website, which means you are now in the zone of black power, black excellence, and black greatness. We hitting you upside the head with 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of the best black magazines that you'll ever read. We ain't sugarcoating nothing, and we ain't holding anything back. We talk about black problems, black solutions, black history, black awareness, and black businesses. Now, if you take a closer look on this page, you'll notice that there's a subscribe button. And subscribe buttons do not subscribe themselves. Now, we're not asking for much, but we're asking for something. So, if you really want to know how graphic the race riots were in America, hit that subscribe button. If you want to know which African country is lifting its visa restrictions for people who look like us, hit that subscribe button. Black railroads, black cowboys, black miners, black leaders. Learn more. Hit that subscribe button. Why is the Chinese colonizing Africa? What are the politicians doing with our black dollars? Why did the United States government stop Martin Luther King and Malcolm X from forming an alliance? What were some of the all-black towns that were flooded and then put underwater? If you want to know the answer to those questions, hit the subscribe button. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it worth it? You know how back in the day when you liked a girl in school and you had the yes box and the no box? Well, we just gonna check the yes box because it's worth it. Now hit that button and subscribe. You still here? What are you waiting for? Reparations? Well,
we talk about that too. So hit the subscribe button.
Here at ATR Media Group, we provide magazine publications for our community, by our community, about our community. And in our magazines, we'll go over Black problems, Black solutions, Black history, Black businesses, Black cars, Black shirts, Black shoes. Minus the last three, I was just joking. But in addition to Hello Atlanta, Hello Savannah, Port City Review, we also have Hello Jacksonville and my personal favorite, Hello Africa. These magazines are available for you to read online, or you can order a copy. But whatever you decide to do, do it today, not tomorrow.